Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Larry with 5 Out Productions. I'm reacting to the last game of the regular season. The Golden State Warriors versus the Clippers. Also going to talk about the Houston Rockets and the Nuggets as well. The Nuggets just dominated the Rockets. They dominated the entire game. Jokic has been amazing from three-point line the entire game. Jalen Green has struggled a lot. Shot 0 for 5 in the first half. Not sure what he finished up with, but he was terrible in this game. Shot a lot of bad contested shots, and I'm afraid that this is going to continue on to the playoffs. I really hope that we can unlock Jalen Green to be one of those star players for us going into the postseason. I'm not sure how we're going to prevail with Jokic if we do face them in the playoffs eventually. He kind of dominated us in that game. I'm not sure if we had the manpower to kind of stop him at all. No defensive option for him. So I'm kind of worried about that. Shout out to Ben Thompson. He's been amazing. He's showing off his athleticism with offensive rebounds, getting to the lane, dunking. He's been amazing. So I think Amen's going to be fine. Prince Sengun, he's been doing what he does. He's going to be fine. Fred VanVleet has been huge for us, especially this late in the season. It's been a nice defensive point guard. Guy that can shoot threes. Playmake for the ball, an amazing piece. I think we have to re-sign him, honestly. I want to re-sign him this offseason. But Jalen Green, I'm just not sure that he's going to be the guy for us. And I want to see if they're going to trade him maybe in next season or this season to kind of get that star, solidified superstar talent that can take this team to a title. Because right now, Jalen Green's not going to be able to do it. But enough of the Rockets and Nuggets. Move on to the Warriors and Clippers. I caught the tail end of this game, but Curry has been amazing. He shot over 20 points in the second half of the game. Nope, let's take that back. Since the end of the third quarter, he shot over 20 points. He came out there, shot three after three after three. It's been amazing. Definitely trouble. It's going to be a trouble in the play-in tournament and in the playoffs as a whole. Jimmy Butler got injured in the last few minutes of the game, overtime, unfortunately. But yeah, Curry has been, he was amazing this game, absolutely amazing. But also got to give shout outs to Kawhi Leonard and who's the other guy? Harden. There we go. Harden was incredible. He could not be stopped. He had great threes to save the game. He scored about 10 points. He was the main scorer in that overtime. And I have to give my praise to him as well. He's going to be a problem in the playoffs, hopefully. Kind of know him as a playoff dropper. Hopefully he's able to maintain this level of play he's been playing with all season. In the playoffs, this Clippers team could be scary. On top of that, I want to shout out to Kawhi Leonard. He's been amazing as well. He's been injured for most of the season, but him coming back, only 35 games, having a really, really solid 35 games. Hopefully we can go into the playoffs with Harden and Kawhi being healthy, along with the rest of the team. There can definitely be some trouble for the who I don't know who are they playing. Let me check real quick. I know the stats just came in. This is a fresh recording. The game just ended. I'm recording this right now. Let me take a look at these conference. Yes, so the Golden State Warriors are now playing. They're going to be versing Memphis in the first round, and if they lose, they'll be playing against Sacramento or Dallas. Memphis is a tough one. Memphis is a tough one. Can they beat Memphis? I think they'll have a really solid chance against the Mavericks and Sacramento Kings. I think they will make the playoffs, but Memphis is a tough matchup. It is a tough matchup. I do think they'll probably take them off. No, because Memphis has Zach Edey. They have Jaren Jackson Jr. They do have some big man firepower that the Warriors do not have. I'm not sure Draymond Green's going to be able to stay out of foul trouble and maintain them the whole game. Because if Draymond's out, it's a scary sight. Draymond gets in foul trouble, not playing as many minutes as he's supposed to. Santi Aldama, Zach Edey, JJJ. I think they could take him. I honestly think the Memphis Grizzlies might take this playing game and beat the Warriors. I don't think it's crazy. And that would leave Memphis and Houston Rockets. Uh, Rockets have a chance in that one. I think John Morant's not that superstar. So I do think Rockets have a chance in that. But the all X factor is Jalen Green in that series. They do play each other. For Golden State versus Sacramento Dallas Mavericks, I think they can take that easily. Without Kyrie, I'm just not even looking at Mavericks as like a real title contender. Of course, you gotta respect Anthony Davis and everything, but I'm not looking at them as a real title contender with that only having that one primary scorer on the team. Unless Klay Thompson or PJ Washington kind of gets out of their zone and goes off being an offensive thing that we weren't really projecting, being an offensive scoring weapon for them. Maybe that could happen. That's a few X factors right there. Maybe we get some great play from Max Christie. Maybe he's able to really lock in on defense and guard the other team's best player. That's Steph Curry. But I'm taking the Warriors in that playing scenario if they do go to the second round of the playing tournament. That leaves the Clippers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Nope. No, the Clippers are versus the Nuggets actually. How do I feel about this series? I think the I think I'm gonna take the Nuggets with Jamal Murray being completely healthy. I think I'm gonna go with the Nuggets. I do think Jokic himself can kind of take over this game and be that superstar for them, of course. Take this over. I'm just not sure on if I'm trusting James Harden's play. He has kind of been a playoff jumper, especially him being older. But the thing with the Clippers is they have a lot of depth now. Zubac has been amazing. Ben Simmons has been solid for them. Powell, Chris Dunn. The Nuggets don't really have that depth. That's where the Clippers kind of favor in that matchup. But overall, I do think Jokic will be able to take that series home and win that. But I think the X factor is Kawhi. If Kawhi does go off, like we see Kawhi go off in the previous playoffs, especially with the Raptors in Toronto, the Clippers could take it. But I do think it would take a Kawhi being healthy for one, and also being that incredible X factor to kind of take the series away from the Nuggets, in my opinion. But that's my opinion on the game that just ended. Talking about the Nuggets and the Rockets. Also talking about the Clippers and the Warriors. Last games of the season. Thank you guys for watching. I can't wait for this playoffs. See you there.